Hi, Dave Snyder here. It's the 21st night of June 2016, and this is the Earth most simplified. This is the simplest version you'll ever. I mean, this is not even as dramatic as it probably really looks. I mean, this is what they show us. This is so simplified, so bland in a way. It shows the important shapes of the continents and whatnot, but I'm sure it is leaving out so much. That's why when we first got Google Earth, it was so pixelated. They had to cover up everything. They had to find a way to blend it to where you couldn't see the details clearly. The geologic formations and the main lines, the main grain of the whole land features and the ocean floor as well. I mean, they showed this, but there's more to it than this. Come on, there's got it. I know there is. You can see it in the weather. The weather shows that. But anyways, I want to show you this pattern. This is like the best example, one of the best examples I have of this pattern, of the Mare Moscovians pattern, which is, I got it oversized, and I just have it randomly overlaid in the middle of the Pacific, basically, so that I could show you, again, this important pattern that shows in our weather in several locations on the planet Earth. And this is the size. I mean, that's the scale of it to the size that I have it overlaid at. I mean, it's pretty large. You know, it goes from the coast. The center of it alone goes from the coast inland all the way up to Utah, right there, or something, whatever that is. Oh, that's Utah there. It's Dakota, South Dakota, or something. But I mean, it goes. It's large. It's very large. Very large formation. On the Earth that shapes that in the weather. It's definitely what shapes it, because this weather pattern repeats itself in the same location, not exact same location, but in the same area. So I'm not saying this is right over the ground where it's created. It could be up north. It could be little. It looks like this slide shows that it comes from north. It comes from, or it was here and went this way, whichever, it went one way or the other. That slide is definitely connected to this contact patch. Contact, any way you can figure it out. It could be electrical, magnetic, or physical. I mean, you can work that out on your own. But contact is contact. When it's enough contact to leave an actual print on the Earth and shape the actual continents on the Earth itself, that's major contact. Whether it physically touched it or not, which I'm sure it has. When you look at the Earth closely and you look at the Moon closely, I'm sure it's had its contact in the past, because all of the patterns on the Moon, all the big craters on the Moon, if you flip them backwards, they will fit the Earth. Every continent on the planet, all the big craters go somewhere on the Earth. They all go somewhere. Mare Oriental is one of the major ones, and this is another one. This is shaped religion big time. I mean, this is such an important crater right here. I mean, they're all important, but this one too. This is the rabbit and everything else. This is why they celebrate Easter, and they have the rabbit and Easter eggs. This crater does that. The crater that I have this overlaid over is right here. Sea of Moscow, Mare Moscovians. And it is the exact same thing that comes from that. And when you see this this is the same shape as that storm or Typhoon Usagi, which means rabbit in Japanese, and it was over here. That was all the way over here well, I got it overlaid over here, but this weather is up here in North America. Obviously, I don't have it overlaid there. I just made it big to show you, and it's just in a random place. So, anyways, you could see the same pattern like this over Japan at times, in China, near China, in the Philippines. This is the same pattern. They know of it as the rabbit too. That's why they have Lunar New Year. And they celebrate. They have special holidays for the Moon. We have to bullshit ourselves and call it Christmas or call it Easter and give it a bunny and a Santa Claus. They just celebrate the Moon, period, straight up. They just put it out there. We have to call it something else because otherwise you're a pagan or some kind of shit like that, right? That's the way I see it. I mean, I look at the Moon and I say, hey, cool. The Moon's done some important things, and I appreciate that big time. But it's not. There's people right now that still worship this pattern, this part of the Moon. And I know that for sure. Isis originates from this pattern. Because Isis is associated with the egg. And this is the egg. Look at the crater. Watch this. Look at the shape of this crater. That is your egg. See that? That's your egg. Easter egg. That's Isis, where Isis comes from. You want to see Isis in the egg? Let me show you a picture of Isis in the egg. Let's go to the internet. And type in. Go to, type in. Obama. Speech. Argentina. Now go to images. Come on. Images. Okay, so in Argentina, in this room that you see all this gold, see the egg right there? There's the egg right there. This was a day after the ISIS attacks in Brussels. The day after, he was in Argentina. There's your egg right there. See the egg? Right behind that flag, that American flag right there in the background. You can barely see it. I'll show you another picture. We'll find another picture. They won't look at. There's no pictures of it hardly. Oh, there it is. Here you go. You know who that is right there? Guess who that is? Right in between two important people. Look at the egg. There's the egg. Egg. That's ISIS. As they're sitting there talking about ISIS in this meeting, in this speech, whatever he does. She's sitting right there as they're talking about stopping ISIS. But he doesn't say ISIS. He calls it ISIL. Because ISIS is sitting right there in the room. This room is ISIS. It's all dedicated to ISIS. And right above ISIS's head is that big egg. And inside that big egg is the craziest thing. But it's in there. Let's see if we can find a picture of that. I don't think we'll find a picture. You never know until you try it. Yeah, so they're in a ISIS room. Totally, it's actually the Rosicrucians are the ones that area where they're at is Rose something. It has something, I can't remember the name, but it has Rose in the name. And those are the Rosicrucians. That's ISIS. Want to see it? Watch. I'll type in ISIS bust. And we'll fucking see right now that that's ISIS. Boom. ISIS. Same thing. Watch. You'll see there's one that looks just like the one. Look at that one. Looks just like it. I mean, it's the same thing. That's who that is. Look at ISIS. Bam. It's not always the Egyptian. It's been other people knew about ISIS too, not just the Egyptians. Okay. Another one right there. See? That's totally who that is. Back. Which one was I at? This one? Oh, I went the same one. Let's just go back. That one. And there it is again. That's Isis, female goddess. And the egg right above her. Oh, there's a good picture too. Yeah. Who else do you think that could be? It's nobody else. And they're smiling about it. And it's just a big joke. Because they're talking about ISIS. Go check that speech out. You'll see the whole room. It's amazing. I mean, I had to, there's the egg. See, that's ISIS is right there, and there's the big egg right above her. Big gold egg. So there you go. And oh yeah, can't forget. Right here. Right there is that instrument, I think they call the lyre. There's a trident in there somewhere, but I think there's that instrument they call the lyre, and they played that. See that whole thing at the in London about the Tower of Babel or Baal or whatever, Tower of Baal. That whole thing is there was like a conflict between the ISIS worshippers that gave that crater basically to ISIS, and the Baal worshippers that it was the same crater that, but they had to be feuding back in the old days when they were fighting over when religions were really going at it. And that's what it is. That ISIS took that temple out, and that arch that they put in London was a trophy, showing that they finally took out Baal for good. Baal is gone. They took the temple down, and this is what their trophy. Basically, that's what that was, a celebration that ISIS has taken over and put Baal out of its misery. It's gone for good. No chance of it ever coming back. And they're bringing her back. They're bringing the goddess back. They're bringing her back. Or they all worship her already anyway, so it don't matter. I mean, whether we believe in her or not, they brought ISIS back into the forefront of everything, and that's why, because they worship ISIS. And there's no joke about that. There's no guessing about that. That's what this is. That's exactly what this is. And they're putting it right in your face. I mean, go listen to what he says about ISIS, ISIL, whatever whatever. But listen to what he says while they show this the whole time. It makes you want to puke. Absolutely does. But I'm telling you, that crater is important like that. That's how important that crater is to them. It really is. You're not making it up. You'll see this pattern in the weather. You just will. That's where it comes from. And that's why they do the shit they do. It's just ridiculous why they do the things they do and what they do it for and who they worship and all that crap. It doesn't really matter to me who you worship, but when you start to use like ISIS terror groups and shit like that with the name ISIS, that just makes you dirty. Just makes you dirty. When we know who is actually the ones behind ISIS, because they're worshiping ISIS, they're creating these armies called ISIS, and it's all them. It's not. They do it all. They're behind it all. Normal people don't do that kind of shit. They just want to live. I'm telling you, people just want to live and be left alone. They don't want to go out and start shit. I mean, there are some people that go along with it, but they're just brainwashed. They just like to kill or do whatever the hell. They're sick. They're sick. Normal people don't do that stuff. Anyways, I just want to show you that pattern. Have a great day. Great night.